Hi guys, Ian and Blake from the Football Boots team, and today we're looking at the brand new boots from Adidas, the X18. Yes, they're the ones that you guys have been sending us pictures of Mo Salah wearing. And we're going to have a really good look at those, but we'll also have a sneak peek at what Adidas have got lined up for the World Cup. There's also a lot of players who have already been wearing their World Cup boots on international duty in training. So Blake, jump into it. Tell us about these brand new X18s.
So launched as part of the Adidas Energy Mode Pack for the World Cup, this is the headline range, the X18 Plus, brand new generation. What do you think?
I think they look really nice actually. I'm really excited about them. They harken back to like the kind of old school like Adidas Zeros.
Yeah.
So speed from Adidas, it's going to be a massive push. There's going to be tons of players wearing these boots and the 0.1 versions. Tell us a bit more about the kind of way they're made, what's on them.
Yeah, so in terms of tech specs, it's got a skeletal weave upper, which is synthetic. It looks very, very soft and wraps pretty much the entire boot. And you probably would have noticed that, but the collar has a claw collar. We'll get into the next picture here. It's a claw collar. It's very, very high, but it's also very, very stretchy. It makes the boots very, very lightweight and comfortable.
So it is very stretchy and very comfortable, and obviously it means that you don't need laces for these boots. You can wear them like a slipper almost. Be interesting to see players wearing these, who chooses the laces and who chooses the laceless versions. What about the sole plate and the rest of the boot? How does that get put together?
So the sole plate is dubbed Speed Frame, and it's pretty much a remodeled sprint frame. It's not too different from the previous generation. Overall, you got the same pretty much stud configurations, and it's pretty flexible straight from the get-go. I think it's pretty nice in terms of design as well.
Yeah, I like the green to the blue fade. It's very nice. One thing you guys can't see on the pictures that we've got here, but there is boost inside of these boots. Yep. So the Predators had boost inside them, and now there is a midsole of boost in these as well. Maybe that's what those little dots in the middle are kind of harking towards. I don't mind that. It reminds me of kind of a messy 1010 boot that had that green
kryptonite
colour. Yeah, they were quite nice. So yeah, it's probably not my favourite sole plate in this whole pack, but we'll get on to seeing some of those others later in the video. Alright, what else are we going to know?
So now we're talking about the players. Who's going to headline the 18 Plus? Now Thomas Muller is pictured here holding the 18 Plus, but he could potentially be wearing something different. We've got David De Gea, again he wore the X17.1 leather.
So they might get leather boots. They're in the advertising, but they might get the leather boots.
He might get his own leather boots.
We have to keep an eye and see what they're wearing.
Luis Suarez will be headlining the 18 Plus. He is a big 18 Plus wearer. Along with Gabriel Jesus, who will be headlining the 18 Plus at the World Cup for Brazil. Diego Costa as well. And Mo Salah, of course, we can't forget Mo Salah, headlining the 18 Plus for Egypt at the World Cup.
Alright, so let's take a closer look at these boots now. We're going to move on and look at all these other players soon. But first off, we want to give you a nice detailed look at these boots. And you can see that it has that stunning sole plate. And then when you turn it over, you can see that skeletal weave, especially around the kind of toe box. You can just get really close to that. You can see the details of that weave. And it's a real nice little bit of texture. It's a nice thing to look at. And obviously there's that really stretchy collar. There's no laces on these, you can see that. Overall, just a really nice boot to look at, and I'm really excited to see these on feet of players at the World Cup. Guys, let us know in the comments below what you think about these boots. Let us know whether you think you'd prefer this laceless version or the ones with laces. We'll be able to tell you a bit more about those later in the video. Yeah, so just let us know what you think of these. Maybe vote in the poll card now. Do you think these are better than the X17s or not? Let us know. Right, let's move on, and we're going to look at what players have been wearing in training.
So over to the training pitch. Now Mo Salah for the Champions League final. Obviously he's blatantly been wearing the X18 Plus. It's not a blackout version. It's pretty much straight up the cleats here.
Who's next?
Who's next? We have, again, it's Mo Salah, another picture there. But Gabriel Jesus in Brazil has been wearing these boots as well. There was a chance he could be wearing the X18.1s. But he's going with the 18 Pluses. On to the next player.
Danny Welbeck.
Yeah, so two England players now. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is wearing something different. So
he looks like he has the 0.1s on. So now we're getting into these little boot spots and stuff. These are things that haven't been quite released yet, but they are going to be at the World Cup. So there you can see Loftus-Cheek. He's got the 0.1s. All right, who else we got?
So next up, we've got Marcelo again, wearing the 18.1s, and they've obviously got a black top part, and they've got laces as well. That is the major difference.
Yeah, it's interesting they really stand out with that black difference in the colour.
And it does look like they've got a completely different upper as well.
So Bale in the 0.1s, see if he ends up with his own personalised custom versions or whether he wears the retail ones.
And again, that's Marcelo, but we've got Benzema there as well, wearing the same 18.1 solo, we think. And this is Loris Karius for Liverpool, wearing the same 18.1 solo.
Right, stay tuned guys. We are going to show you some of the other Adidas boots that have been seen in training.
Now this is another picture, but we're revealing some Nike players wearing the Just Do It pack with Casemiro And Rafael Varane wearing the Tempo and Magista Obra.
Here we go, here we go.
Now here we got. This is a big picture. Jamie Vardy is obviously wearing the Just Do It Superfly.
Well, that's interesting itself because he's moved on because he's actually, Nike have got him to wear the latest generation. He was wearing the Superfly 5s. He was going to the shops and buying his own Cristiano Ronaldo chapter 5 ones.
Yeah, chapter brilliance ones.
But there we go.
No,
so
we're talking about Dele Alli,
yes,
wearing something completely different.
My potentially favourite boots of the World Cup, I think. What are they, Blake? What do you think they might be?
Well, it's obviously a Predator 18 Plus. It's probably the Energy Mode pack. It's solely yellow, it's red, and it's black. It looks very, very vibrant. I'm a big fan of that look.
You guys want to see the rest of the pack? Stay tuned. We've got a lot more training pictures.
And again, this is Lucas Biglia for Argentina, wearing the same model in Argentina training.
There's another really interesting picture coming out of Argentina training in this video as well.
Now this is the first Nemesis, what we think is the new generation Nemesis.
Yeah, you guys might not have seen this one before. Let us know in the comments below what you think. The one standout feature that you can potentially see in this picture is the collar on the inside around the ankle is a little bit higher than the collar on the outside around the ankle. So that's kind of a standout feature from these new Nemesis by the look of it. The orange color is very similar to the Fast AF.
Yeah, I mean they look exactly the same, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean I think it's a very, very bright and nice colourful boot. On to the next player.
Messi.
Now, this is Messi in Argentina training this week.
So he's gone green.
He's gone green and he's wearing a laced model. This is probably his new Messi Nemesis 18.1.
You imagine
laced model.
Yep. Guys, now you're seeing all these boots. Drop some comments below. Tell us which your favourites are out, the ones you've seen. Woo!
Now, this is the biggest talking point. This is Paulo Dybala wearing a glitch. He's never worn a glitch before.
Biggest name ever to wear a glitch.
Pretty much. You've always had these sort of youth players wearing the glitch, but now we've got Paulo Dybala wearing...
Could this mean we're going worldwide with the glitch?
He's wearing some wacky glitch there. I mean, I like that. I mean, I don't hate the design. I think it's very, very bold. But I definitely.
But yeah, why not? Love it. Be interested to see he actually wears them at the World Cup or not. Whether we'll see how it goes. So now we're back to Real Madrid training ahead of the Champions League final.
Now we're on to the Nike players.
Luka Modric.
Luka Modric wearing the Vapors, and of course CR7 will headline his own version.
Yeah, interesting that he's not wearing the white ones. He's still wearing his own ones at the moment.
He'll probably move on to those for the World Cup.
For the World Cup itself.
And this is Sergio Ramos wearing the Tempo Legend 7 as part of the Just Do It pack. On to Isco wearing the Vapors. And Asensio wearing the Superflies.
So we're still going to show you something interesting about what Neymar's wearing and also a Liverpool player who's switched boots into some new ones for the Champions League final. But let's, who we got here?
This is obviously Harry Kane.
England captain Harry Kane.
White socks and white boots. That is,
and you can see the England flag detail on the back of those as well. Do you see that? Just a nice little touch. It'd be great to start seeing all these players with their flag details on the back of the Just Do It boots.
It does look nice. And this is a couple more England players. One's wearing the Magista and one's wearing the Tempo, Maguire and Eric Dyer. Now this is the group shot. This is a lot of boot spots here, but we can see Danny Rose wearing the Radiant Reveal Magista Obras.
Retro.
He could wear those for the World Cup, but lots of players wearing white boots. And then you can see Dele Alli wearing those Predators and a few players wearing those X's.
Somebody's got to get Danny Rose a boot deal.
Yeah, he's signed for Nike, obviously.
Iniesta, last game. Special one-off boots for him.
So I don't know if it's a coincidence that white boots just came out, but he's got a white and red boot for his last ever match at Camp Nou. I rate them a lot, and they won't become available to buy. So on to the next one, we have Michael Ballack.
Oh, one of my favourite boots of all time, the Nitro Charge. Such an underrated boot. Love these. Yeah, Ballack was just wearing those in a kind of end of season charity match. Just a strange spot. But yeah, here's Neymar. And interesting that he's just come back from injury. He hasn't moved on to the white Vapors yet. He's on the orange ones, but he's got like an interesting stud configuration there.
He has got an AG pair. We think it's an AG pair on this solo because they're all conical and there's lots of those studs on that forefoot there. He got injured in a soft ground pair, so it makes sense that he's wearing a stud configuration which is sort of less intense on his feet.
Yes, I think quite a few people prefer those, so interesting to see him switch. See what he wears at the World Cup.
And the last picture, we're talking about New Balance now. Now Sadio Mane wore the Vapor 11s a lot last season. He has switched to the Furon 4.0 Pro by New Balance. Yeah, so this is the Etrusca pack for the World Cup, and he's probably one of the biggest players to be wearing New Balance now. There's not a lot of New Balance players around, so it's a big deal that he's switched out, really. And he will wear them in the Champions League final, it seems. Yeah, he will.
I think they've got personalisation or customisation for the Champions League final on them.
Yeah, definitely. So
there we go.
That's us.
Alright guys, so that wraps up the video. Let us know what you think about these X18s. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel because we will be able to show you a lot more detail on those new Adidas boots next week. But for now, thanks very much for watching. Go enjoy your football.